And what the hell do you mean boy kibble? Eating like animals? Stop with that. Stop. Stop.
Forget girl dinner. Men are now eating like dogs, literally. The viral boy kibble trend is taking over social media.
You guys seen this new trend where people are putting ground beef with rice and eating it? You're late. We've been on this for years. It's a staple.
What if I told you one of the most viral meals right now looks like something some people say you'd feed a dog? Ground beef, rice, maybe vegetables. Just a bowl of what the internet is calling boy kibble. And it's exploding online. Tons of views, thousands of people saying they eat this every day, and a growing divide between people calling it genius and people saying it looks like what you'd feed a pit bull on its birthday. So what is this trend really? Why is it blowing up right now? And what does it say about the bigger picture behind food in the US right now? Let's get right into it.
It's really simple. Ground beef and rice bowls. No frills, no fancy plating, just pure protein-packed fuel. Some call it efficient, others call it sad.
Boy kibble is exactly what it sounds like. A no-frills, repetitive meal, usually ground beef, rice, sometimes with vegetables mixed in.
This is the best high-protein boy kibble, except it actually tastes good.
Simple and to the point. Just food reduced to its most basic function: fuel. The name itself is part of the joke and part of the appeal, because sometimes it does look like human kibble.
Today, we're making what I've seen online as boy kibble.
Across TikTok, you'll see guys dumping bulk cooked beef into containers, mixing it with rice, or eating it straight out of a bowl. This isn't about enjoying the most hyper-palatable meal possible. It's about efficiency and being more intentional about what you eat. According to news coverage, this trend has been spreading fast among Gen Z men, especially in fitness circles.
Let's plate my boy kibble. This is looking so good. And that's how I make my boy kibble. It's like Chipotle, but 1,000 times better.
And here's the key detail. Many people aren't just trying it. They're eating it almost every day.
Week 5, eating same thing. Ground beef, rice, and vegetables. Ooh, nothing goes to waste. I love this stuff. I'm not sick and tired, and it's lunch and dinner.
Some say it's part of their routine. Others say it's the majority of their diet. And yet, despite how viral it feels, this isn't new. One Reddit user said, "Bodybuilders have been doing this for decades and no one batted an eye. This is just a spin for clicks." And honestly, they're not wrong. Another comparison that keeps popping up: people saying it looks like bachelor chow from Futurama, a fictional food designed to be affordable and targeted at young men, which is basically what this is.
What did you have for dinner last night?
Ground beef and eggs.
Ground beef, white rice,
Beef balls.
grilled chicken, rice.
What you just described is called boy kibble.
Boy, what?
Boy kibble?
So the real question becomes, did the internet invent something new or just give a name to something that's always been there?
Y'all may have grilled dinner, but I got boy kibble. It's 8 p.m. and I'm raw dogging some 93.7 ground beef. We're not the same.
To understand why boy kibble blew up, you have to look at what came before it: girl dinner. Back in 2023, this trend went everywhere. Women started posting bread and cheese plates, buttered pasta, Caesar salad and fries, and random snack combinations. It wasn't about nutrition, it was about ease, comfort, and sometimes aesthetic. Now compare that to boy kibble. Girl dinner says, "I'll eat whatever I feel like." Boy kibble says, "I'll eat whatever works." Girl dinner is more varied, snack-based, and typically arranged to be visually appealing. Boy kibble is repetitive, functional, and not always the most aesthetically pleasing. The internet immediately turned this into a contrast, almost like two completely different philosophies of eating. Do you think either of these trends would exist without social media, or are they just labels for eating habits people already had?
Why am I just now finding out that boy kibble is trending? We've been doing that for years. I've been eating that shit for years. Why is it just now trending? Y'all late. It's not even a trend. Y'all late to the party.
This is where things get really interesting, because boy kibble didn't just randomly go viral. It's happening at the intersection of multiple shifts happening at the same time. Let's break it down. If you saw my last video on the processed protein epidemic, you already know that people are waking up to how much processed and ultra-processed food they've been eating. For years, the default diet for many Americans has been packaged foods, frozen foods, fast food, and protein bars and protein snacks. And now there's growing skepticism. People are starting to ask, what's actually in this food? Why is everything engineered to be addictive? Why do I still feel hungry after eating this? Why does high protein often mean ultra-processed? So what do? They swing the other way. Hard. Instead of ultra-processed protein snacks, people are shifting to the basics: ground beef and rice. No ingredients list, no additives, no confusion, just real food. And in that sense, Boy Kibble almost feels like a rebellion, a rejection of modern food complexity.
It actually makes me so upset how much we've overcomplicated eating healthy. So I wanted to show you guys what Kaden and I have for either lunch or dinner, like literally every day. It is white rice, some grass-fed ground beef, and then avocado. It's literally so simple.
Another reason this trend is taking off is that people are actually noticing what the updated food guidelines and revised food pyramid are suggesting. The latest recommendations emphasize whole foods over ultra-processed meals, balanced portions of protein, carbs, and vegetables, and simple, practical ways to meet nutritional needs without overcomplicating things. So when you look at Boy Kibble, beef, rice, maybe some veggies, it actually lines up pretty closely with those basic principles: protein at the base, carbs for energy, and room for nutrients from vegetables. And another angle to consider: food is expensive right now. Eating out, expensive. Fast food, not even cheap anymore. So people start looking for solutions. And Boy Kibble is cheap, predictable, and scalable. You can buy rice in bulk, ground beef in bulk, and giant bags of frozen vegetables. Meal prep once, and you're set for days. No hours spent making decisions, no extra spending. And that matters more than people realize, because one of the biggest hidden problems in modern eating is decision fatigue. What should I eat? Do I cook or order delivery? Is this even healthy? This eliminates all of that. So the question is, are people choosing this because they want to, or because it's one of the few things that still makes sense financially? Moving on to fitness culture, as it might be the biggest factor, because in fitness culture, food isn't always about enjoyment. It's about protein, calories, macros, and results. And Boy Kibble fits perfectly into that mindset. Ground beef equals protein. Rice equals carbs. Done. And this is why so many people are saying, I've been eating like this for years. Because if you've ever been serious about the gym, you've probably eaten something like this.
We've been eating like this. We've been eating like this for years.
Boy Kibble is in? What do you mean? I've been eating that for probably 15 years of my life. We need to call it Boy Kibble? Really? So every bodybuilder in the world eats Boy Kibble.
Which makes this trend feel less like a trend and more like fitness culture continuing to go more mainstream. The masculinity angle is where things start to get a little overanalyzed. Some articles have described this as a new toxic food trend, a masculine way to eat unhealthily. And if you look at how people talk about it online, there can be this tone of, I don't care about taste. I don't need variety. I eat for function, not feelings. Now, depending on who you ask, that's interpreted in completely different ways. Some people see it as discipline and efficiency. Others look at the exact same thing and say it's too restrictive or it's oversimplified. And then there are other people who take it even further and argue it's some kind of performative masculinity, like eating a basic meal is suddenly trying to prove a point. And at that stage, it kind of feels like we've gone from talking about food to reading way too deep into a bowl of beef and rice. But that's what makes this trend interesting, because now it's not just about what people are eating, it's about what people think it means. And finally, we have to talk about the internet, because trends like this don't just spread randomly. They spread because they're simple, visual, and slightly shocking. Boy Kibble checks all three. If you want more videos into viral food trends in the US, make sure to subscribe, because some people see a bowl of beef and rice and instantly think, wait, people actually eat that every day? It sparks curiosity, it sparks judgment, and it sparks debate.
Beef and rice is one of the best meals, one of the most staple meals you can have. And the fact that it's getting criticized on national television on the news. That is just crazy to me. I don't understand that. Like, people eat McDonald's every single meal, and that's not a big issue, but when a kid eats beef and rice, that's a big issue. I just don't get that at all. And it's cheap and affordable. Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
So let's zoom out, because this isn't just about beef and rice. It's about what's happening to food culture. Right now, we're stuck between two extremes. On one side, ultra-processed, addictive, engineered food. On the other, ultra-minimalist, repetitive, fuel-only diets. And people are bouncing between them, not because they want extremes, but because the middle feels harder to find than ever. And that's the real issue, because boy kibble isn't inherently bad. In fact, nutritionally, beef provides protein, iron, B12. Rice provides energy. It can be a solid base meal, but like anything, context matters. If you add some vegetables for fiber, add in healthy fats like avocado, and rotate foods so you don't dread eating, it's a great way to take the constant overthinking out of eating healthy. Food can be more than just fuel. It can revolve around culture, family, and social interaction. So reducing it to kibble, albeit in jest, might say more about where we're at than we realize. Here's the real takeaway. People are tired of expensive food, complicated diets, and over-processed options. So they're searching for something accessible and simple.
We're eating like humans. They're already saying, oh, we're eating like dogs, we're eating like animals. That's what a human's supposed to be. We're eating like humans. It's a trend now, so everyone's eating it because they're hopping on the trend. But this is a good trend because everyone's like actually fueling their body. So this is good.
So I want to hear from you. Do you think this is a simple solution to the modern reality of food in the US? If this trend actually pulls people away from fast food and ultra-processed foods, what happens next? Do these companies just ignore it, or do they try to cash in? Are we about to see boy kibble style value meals at the drive-thru, or even pre-packaged versions of this exact meal showing up in the frozen aisle? Because if there's one thing these companies are good at, it's turning simple ideas into products in an attempt to cash in. If you enjoyed this deep dive, check out my food playlist, especially my last video breaking down the protein product craze. Because once you start looking at food this way, you realize it's not just about what we eat, it's about how and why everything is changing. And right now, it's changing fast. Make sure to like and subscribe for more.